Hello everybody, it's your boy Sniper Smurf 36 and I'm here. I'm just kidding, it's Akata, and I'm here with a different type of video today. I'm here to actually help you guys out with climbing and ranked on this game with 5 non-mechanical tips. Yep, I'm gonna give you guys 5 non-mechanical tips that can help you help edge yourself in a battle towards that win. So as of right now, I am a plat climbing to diamond, so I'm about the middle ranked right now. Now these tips do work in higher and plat lobbies and things like that. I mean, they're universal, but I feel like every player or like anyone who's doing a tip guide is just kind of skipping over this stuff. And if you're brand new, this is going to be really helpful towards you, especially with Marvel Rivals. This also is very beneficial to support. All right, so number 1, realize that your supports are the most valuable players on the team. That if Mr. John over here gets a pick on, that means your chance of winning that fight drops off a cliff heavily. All right, and the same thing with the supports themselves. You have to realize you are the most important person on the field. You should not be in front of Groot trying to take on like 50 people. You know what I'm saying? You're a squishy. You need to be playing the back line. Now with that, and this is for like mainly supports, like other classes can pill back for you, but they mainly won't, and I won't say expect people to. Play like you're alone, all right? Remember that you are the most important person on the team and play like it. So for an example, I'll say if your DPS or tank is over pushing, you really got a good clean spot of cover, you're shooting heals at them, but they're pushing behind a wall, trying to like 2v6 or something, right? Under no circumstances, I mean, maybe with Rocket you could shoot the ball in there. Under no circumstances should you give up your positioning to go in there and try to aid that. You're gonna probably die. All 6 of the people are probably gonna just look at you and kill you right here. So under no circumstances should you be trading your life or trying to die with your team. You should be trying to live, and that's your number 1 rule of support. Heal, output, and live. It's non-mechanical to change the mindset. So remember, I think everyone needs to drill this in their head too. Whether you're a DPS, a Vanguard, a strategist, the supports are the most important players. That is exactly why everyone is trying to kill them. Number 2. Tip number 2 that I will give you is this one right here. Oddly enough, in lower elo, I find myself not doing it too, which you should. Okay, guys, you always need to be checking this. There's no reason not to check this right here. Now, what this does is it's a free information giver. All right, so as support, you have to realize that since you are the most important person on the table, people are mostly going to be gunning for you first, right? They're mostly going to be shooting on you. They're mostly going to be on thy dick. You have to check this, all right? And the reason why you want to check this is to see who you perhaps might have to go against, okay? So being able to go against somebody means the difficulty in which you can use a healer. So in higher elos, one would say Luna Snow is a really good healer. Great output, great damage on the headshot. Ultimate is freaking crazy. I mean, the moment you pop it, no one can die unless you're getting hit with an Iron Man pause. And she's over here doing moves like this, and you know, if you're good enough, you could just spam that. But in lower elo, I would say she's pretty much kind of garbage. And the reason why I would say that is because you have this one big thing that takes mechanical skill. Newer players, you might not get it down, but you have to hit this shot under pressure. There are assortments of dive characters that you have to look out for that can pretty much kill you. Magic, Spider-Man, Iron Man. And in order for Luna Snow to live, you have to make sure you hit that shot. And if you don't hit that shot, or it's on cooldown, or they try to double you, you're just dead. And a lot of the times you might even be forced to ult early because they're gonna kill you. And remember, I told you how you're like one of the most important players in the game. Because if you die, your team dies, you know, things like that. Looking at this right here is going to give you the update on synapses of who you should be looking at, your dives. This kind of ties into tip number 3, which is I want you to get familiar with every single character into this roster. And I don't mean like so good that like you could just click them and just use them. I mean, since you're a beginning player, I mean, just understand what they do. Read over their abilities, see what they do. He can hop onto people like this, right? And okay, so he's going to be hopping in the back line a lot of the time. He's going to be hopping in the back line. He has a barrier, and he has a seismic clap and a stun. All right, now that you understand how that works, right? if he jumps on you, you have a better idea how to deal with him. Now that you know what you're going up against, you have an infinitely higher chance of defending it and not dying to it. But if you don't know what you're going up against, he could just hop back there. You like, how the heck are Hulk with her? And you die. The same thing goes for every one of these characters. But it's very important to read over this and find out what every character does so that they don't ever catch you off guard with some willy-nilly crap, you know. Tip number 4, play predictionary, not reactionary. Playing predictionary is just putting yourself in a position in which you would be vulnerable, but you know you're vulnerable to who is attacking you. So just to understand, right? So if I'm up here and say I'm healing my team, pretend she's my teammate right down there. I'm healing her. Team's down there, they're fighting. Because I'm up here, I automatically know subconsciously that, hey, since they're fighting the team down there, right, I'm gonna catch bullets from right here. And if they can't get me from right here, what's the next option? Let's check. Well, you don't do this in mid-battle, of course. You know they gotta dive, you know they gotta magic. So in the back of your head, you know, oh wow, okay, so if I'm up here, I'm most likely gonna have to deal with a dive sometime soon. And because you predicted a dive and you know a dive's coming sometime soon, when it comes, you're less likely to die by the dive because you already predicted it's gonna come. There's a lot of cases in which you should be playing for prediction, not really reaction. The difference between playing reaction is being up here shooting and then being surprised that someone jumped on you. And you should always be playing for prediction rather than reactionary. Now, there's going to be some cases where someone will get the drop on you and you have to play reactionary. But if you open yourself up to like an offense on your terms, you're a lot more likely to live that and survive that based on what's going on here. So tip number 5, I cannot stress this enough. First off, go right here. Turn your sensitivity to these two things, all right? You need to at least be able to move. If you're on controller, I'm on controller now, you need to be able to at least operate at this to be doing anything. Keep your head, this is important for literally everybody, including DPS, on a freaking swivel. I meet a lot of people who kind of dead set, like in lower elo, they'll see someone who's low and then they'll just be doing this and running straight up to him, like hard lock on him, not focusing on any of the surroundings. What I mean by keep your head on a swivel, if you keep your head always moving and it's on a swivel, not only do you deny dive because you see it coming way before it comes, right? Because you're always looking right back here or right here or right here. You're always checking if someone's behind you, sneaking up. You're always checking if someone's in the sky, right? And you could always just keep on maneuvering back to where you need to be. Because again, these are just micro movements that I'm saying. See how I'm strafing? These are just micro movements and adjustments. I can see practically from every angle where I could be getting attacked from, right? Keeping your head on a swivel gives you a lot more information on what's going on actually around you. If you're like, where's my team? And you're a tank, guess what, tank? Your head wasn't on a swivel. And if I'm just doing this all day, eventually one of these guys are gonna die and I'm not gonna have the update for it, right? I'm not gonna have the update for it and see how he just died right there. Oh, that also leads me to tip number 6. That you see the right side of my screen, right? Not a lot of people look up there. You know, just in case you're not in a moment or a place to keep your head in the swivel or check behind people because you're dying. If you look at the right side of your screen, it quite literally tells you what goes on. I just recently started doing it. It's been helping me a lot because I play Rocket, right? And the reason why I play Rocket is because I feel like he slept on. I honestly feel like he's better than Mantis. That's a discussion for another time, but like the revive, it's just, it trumps all right? It just denies so much. Basically, from time to time, every time this thing is used, it will, if this guy responds right here, give me a 45-second cooldown. But this happens if it's used or if it's not. What I mean by that is an enemy destroys it, I won't know that it's not up. You can avoid that by looking at the corner of your screen. That way, oh, okay, what's his name got revived by my thing. You know, what's his name got revived there? Okay, we're good. Or again, if you hit the bad button, it also tells you if your BRB revived or if it got destroyed. And I guess I'll just make this a tip 7, bro. Tip number 7, don't hold on to ults. Okay, so especially as support, you don't really, unless you're Luna. If you're Luna, then you kind of want to play reactionary unless you're Iron Man. So if you're every other support, you want to just, especially if you're Rocket, every time you get that and you're in a team fight, always put it down, because you're going to get it back relatively fast. Rocket has a very fast alt charge, and there's almost no reason why you shouldn't. See, like, look at this. I'm just gonna heal this guy, and look, we're already 10% there. And now imagine this over the course of a battle. You're gonna have like 2, 3, 4 by the end of the damn battle, and it's like you should have one like every fight. So there's no reason to hold on the ults. Spend them when you have them. All right, I'll break it to you like this, right? You're actively denying your team a lot more value if you hold on to your ult than if you use it. And the reason why is because the other team can have 3 ults that they already used on your team, killing people, making people survive, things of that nature, damage boosting them, help aiding them. Because you held onto your ult, guess what? You're now actively hurting your team because you didn't use your ult. And this isn't really a mechanical thing either. I just say use it, right? If you got it, use it. Because even if it is a very bad ult, guess what? The more times you use it, the better you get at using it. And sometimes, you know, if you just go right here and eat these 2 healers and just jump off the map, you won your team the fight already. So that's my 7th tip. If you get an ult, do not hold on to it. Use it when you can, because there will be another one in the battle. Now, if I make another video about this, I might talk about like longevity in battle. Why you should do things certainly, because it adds up over time and it can help you win. But yeah, these are 7 non-mechanical tips that may help you climb it. Anyway, it was really Barcado, and yeah, Ikata is out.
ETG Production.